Ben-Adir, welcome to the show. So happy to have you here to talk about One Night in Miami. And I gotta say, congratulations. This film is amazing. I got a chance to see it last night, and I could not stop thinking about so many different scenarios, so many themes that were coming out of this film, and in particular, themes of Black success, power, legacy. Can we talk about the importance of being a part of this film right now, considering all that we're dealing with in the world, and particularly for African American men?
Mm. The importance of being in this movie, I definitely, going back to, October 2019, when I read this and was just at the beginning stages of preparing to audition for Regina, the stakes of the conversation, particularly between Malcolm and Sam, blew me away. And I understood on some level how important this conversation was and how much I felt connected to the idea of like needing this to be seen, whether it was a play or was it film. There was something about the conversation between Malcolm and Sam in this that I was really drawn to, consciously, subconsciously, I don't know. And I think everything that's happened, and we wrapped this film just before the pandemic, and during the edit, the world sort of flipped upside down, and George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter protests have all sort of, happened post us, shooting this film. And it feels timely, but it felt timely when I first read it. And I think it was timely when Kemp wrote the play 7 years ago. And I think it was timely in the early 90s, Rodney King. And I think it was timely. It's been timely. Like this is a conversation that has been going on. And I think it's wonderful to be a part of a movie, to see these great Black men having this really private conversation publicly and connecting in joy and love and friendship, and just something wonderfully unique about it,
Any similarities between you and your character, the iconic Malcolm X?
Oh, I mean, I would never dare compare myself to him. I feel like I tried as much as I could to honor him through my preparation and obsession with trying to understand what his point of view was, and trying to connect to him spiritually and emotionally so I could, put the best Malcolm I could out there. I tried my best to mirror his work ethic in my preparation, because I sort of understood that this was a deeply studious man who was up very early and read, and I thought the least I could do would be to wake up at 5 every day and study him. And it was just about, I only had 12 days to prepare. So it was about trying to use every second of every minute of every hour that I had to really try my best to understand what his experience might have been at this time as he was being pushed out of the nation. And as these huge monumental shifts were happening for him, and just trying to connect to what that might have felt like. And but I don't think we've never had anyone like him. He's a real one-off.
Kingsley Ben-Adir, thank you so very much for being my guest today, and much success in 2021.
Thanks, Ray.